Give me your hands. Come with me in the future. I have made with my research team a research on all the major technological innovations in the world, and we came to the same conclusion. Starting from the moment when the innovation is ready to be spread around, you need 50 years to have it succeeding. It's what we called the rule of 50. Now, you don't want to believe me. Listen what he has to say.
And I want people here to let you know that we are at the best time of this century. The first technology revolution, the steam, the water, right, in the UK, very successful after 50 years. The second technology revolution is called energy revolution, electricity. After 50 years, electricity was founded. Business booming.
Jack Ma, 50 years. Every technological revolution needs 50 years to leave the ground. Now what happens? We already knew about it. We keep the guard down, and the innovation, the technology eats us up. This is what you call the disruption. But now, in order to understand exactly what is going to happen now, I'm going to ask you something. I'm going to ask you to go back with me in the past again. Because everybody says that I'm a futurist, but I'm not really a futurist. I've spent all my life as a professor, an academic, trying to explain to the people that I'm not a futurist. I'm an evolutionist. So basically, my discipline is I take the phenomenon from the past, I follow the Gaussian curve until the present, and then I make it dying like 15 years after to understand the phenomena. Then, Harvard Business School say that I'm one of the best trained in the world, which shows that even Harvard can be wrong every once in a while. So when they ask me, Vito, are you a futurist? I say, hell yes, I raised my fee and I'm a futurist now. So now, what happens? Let's go back in past. Let's go back to an age which is not so far away. And I would like you to close your eyes for a minute and think of this world without electricity. No more electric light, no more computers, no more telephones, unless you only have one charge. No more nothing, no more refrigerators, no more washing machines. And all this, it happened only 140 years ago. 140 years in the evolution of the human being, 140 years out of 8,000 years of evolution. It's like the life of a butterfly. But today, if we only stay like now, for 30 seconds without light, we start to feel uncomfortable. The father of my grandfather was working on a candle, light. Now, this is something that we don't know because we don't have historical memory. We were born with electricity. 140 years only in the history of evolution. December 31st, 1879. One of the greatest innovators of the contemporary age, Thomas Alva Edison, calls all the stakeholders of his activity, all the people he's working with, like TM1 is doing today. It's the last day of the year. He invites them in Menlo Park, New Jersey, and at midnight, he lights up the street. So what, Vito? It was the first time. Because Edison did not invent the light bulb, as people think. He invented the electric distribution system. So 2 weeks after, Edison goes to the patent office and takes a patent on the electric distribution system. And you know what happens at that point? Everything changes. Why? There are some blockbusters, phenomenons happening twice a century that controvert, deny the only law of economics, the law of demand and offer. You know how it works. The less you have of a good, the more you can ask for it. And the more goods you have, the less you can ask for it. This changes everything. It happens all the centuries. 2 centuries ago, it was the railway system and the electricity system. Last century, it was the computer and the telephone. And what is going to happen this century? Because this is where the new millionaires and billionaires were born, taking advantage of the new blockbuster blasting. And the reason why we are so keen, and we need to talk about this now, is that this is happening again and is happening tomorrow morning.